Ear booger. Hey, Rocker Nation, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rock It Out blog here at youtube.com/rockitoutblog. It is actually now, it's 10:45 in the morning, which is the earliest I've ever recorded the blog, but the only reason I'm doing that is because at around 2:30 or 3 o'clock I have to head to Montclair, New Jersey to check out Real Big Fish's sound check and then interview the lead singer, Aaron. So that's why I'm doing this a little bit early, plus we've got This Day in Rock History, which takes a little bit of time to put together because Harry's very, annoying like that when it comes to seeing his face on celluloid, as he says. So let's not waste any time, let's jump into the rock music news. Let me start the story off by reading you guys a quote. The rumors are true, only with less spins and no turbulence. Rocker Nation, it is official, the band Five Finger Death Punch has split with their lead guitarist Daryl Roberts after 18 months of working with him. The band said that after working with Daryl for 18 months, they came to a conclusion that a change had to be made. The band also said that it was a swift and smooth transition and that they all remain good friends. Now, who's going to be replacing Daryl Roberts? That would be the guitarist Jason Hook. Now, Jason just finished up his contractual obligations with the other band he was playing with, which was Alice Cooper, and he'll be taking over the second guitarist post in Five Finger Death Punch. FFDP said that they're so happy to have him in the band and they hope that all the fans will welcome him into the family. Five Finger Death Punch will be starting a European tour sometime in the next few weeks, and they're hoping to release their next record sometime this summer. I got a fever, and the only prescription is an Iron Maiden documentary. That's right, guys, the band Iron Maiden will be releasing their very first feature-length documentary on April 21st called Iron Maiden Flight 666. Canadian documentary filmmakers Banger Productions followed Iron Maiden last year in February and March on their Somewhere Back in Time tour. The filmmakers were given complete access on stage and off stage as they followed Iron Maiden around. Now you're probably wondering, okay, cool concert movie, but why is it called Flight 666? Well, not only is there concert footage, but there's also behind-the-scenes footage and footage of the lead singer Bruce Dickinson flying the band's custom-made Boeing 757 from gig to gig. Could you only imagine what's going to be inside of Iron Maiden's plane? There's got to be at least 5 stripper poles, 10 bars complete with any type of liquor you want, 50 women on call, and 1 doctor to get rid of all the STDs. Now again, the movie's going to be hitting theaters on April 21st, and Iron Maiden's tour Somewhere Back in Time will continue on its next leg on February 1st. Pop quiz, hotshot. Who sings this song? Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Can I just say, first thing, really quick, as a man, you must memorize that song because it's one of the coolest songs ever. But that, my friends, was the song Peaches by the band The Presidents of the United States of America. Now, why am I bringing up POTUS? Well, it's because POTUS recently wrote a song for the new POTUS. POTUS Squared. Deuce POTUS, if you will. But yes, on the podcast Weekend America, the Presidents of the United States stopped by a show to premiere their newest song called Moving In, which is a song about Obama winning the election and moving into the White House. Here's a little sample for you. Check it out.
Yes, we cans, now yes we did. Capping an historic bid. Got the yard sign and the pin. Today Obama's moving in.
So again, that right there was POTUS doing a song for the new POTUS. And if you still don't know what POTUS means, then clearly you haven't been paying attention to the story. But yeah, if you guys did like the song and you actually want to download it, link is right here in the sidebar. Go get some POTUS on you. Alright guys, that's all we have as far as news is concerned on this edition of the Rock It Out blog. But before we jump into This Day in Rock History with our good friend Harry Kressler, let's jump into the rock query of the day first. Okay, earlier we talked about Iron Maiden's documentary and how they have their own plane. You saw the plane, you want to ride on the plane, I know you want to own that plane. So here's your rock query of the day. What would you put on your very own Boeing 747 or 757 to make it the most amazing plane ever? And we're talking anything you want. I mean, look at Air Force One, for example. Air Force One has got satellites and tracking devices and probably some type of missile attached to it. But then you've got Iron Maiden's plane, which I'm sure has got everything the rock star life would want. So your own plane, what would you put on your plane to make it the most amazing rock and roll plane on the planet? Text response or video response, whichever you prefer. Now with all that aside, it's time to jump into our Wednesday segment called This Day in Rock History with our friend Harry Kressler. Harry, it's all yours. Gabriel, could you believe it? I was reading the Tribune this morning. They put a comic strip right there on the front page. And they put a huge headline in front of it, too. They said, America inaugurates first black president. I was like, ha! Those guys at the Tribune will do anything for a laugh. Well, good afternoon, the Nation of Rock. My name is Harry Kressler, bringing you This Day in Rock History right here on the Rock It Out blog, exclusively at youtube.com/rockitoutblog. So let's begin. January 21st, 1963. Bob Dylan performs his new folk song, Masters of War, at Gerdes Folk City in Greenwich Village in New York. 1965. The United States Immigration Department forces the band The Animals to cancel a performance they had at New York's Apollo Theater. The band would instead perform on The Ed Sullivan Show. Also on this this day, 1965, the rock band The Byrds record the song Hey Mr. Tambourine Man. As a matter of fact, Gabriel, I've seen you playing the tambourine around the office. What are you, some type of fruitcake? January 21st, 1966, George Harrison of the Beatles would marry his longtime sweetheart, Pattie Boyd. She would later go on to divorce him to marry his best friend, Eric Clapton. January 21st, 1979, Led Zeppelin lead singer Robert Plant becomes a father for the third time. His wife Maureen would give birth to a son who they would name Logan. January 21st, 1987, Roy Orbison, Smokey Robinson, Aretha Franklin, and Jackie Wilson are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. January 21st, 1989, Steve Wars, the drummer for the surf rock band out of Minneapolis known as the Trashmen, would die of throat cancer. Apparently, Bird was not his word. January 21st, 1996, Frankie Cannibal Garcia, lead singer of Cannibal and Headhunters, would die at the age of 49. January 21st, 2001, Bob Dylan would win a Golden Globe at the 50th Annual Golden Globe Awards for Best Original Song in a Motion Picture. And finally, on January 21st, 2004, Amy Lee, the lead singer of Evanescence, apologizes to the band Cold for erroneously declaring that her and Terry Balsamo had broken up. And that's all that happened on this day in rock history, January 21. My name is Harry Kursler, and be sure to rock it out with Mountain's Liquor. And that right there, Rocker Nation, was This Day in Rock History, our brand new Wednesday segment. And we are officially done with this edition of today's Rock It Out blog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. The numbers are continuing to go up, up, up. We're getting closer to 800 by the day. Be sure to hit us up too on Facebook, MySpace, Bebo, Twitter, Xbox Live. The gamer tag is Rock It Out blog. All the links are right there in the sidebar. Say hi. And that being said, I gotta go to Montclair and get ready for my interview with the band Real Big Fish, so wish me luck on that one. Put your rock horns up, Rocker Nation, and repeat after me, please. Rock it out.